In 5 years, I think you'll see these on the back of almost every phone in the room. There have been so many calls and meetings where I've had a good idea or a client's given an amazing insight or made a decision in the team. I'd probably cry if I saw how many times it had actually happened. Great ideas that would have made money and grown the business. A big meeting you're prepared for, you can bring along someone just to take notes. But that's all they can do. They can't contribute, and now maybe that's fine if you're a CEO at a big brand and you have a secretary or assistant just for this. But do you? I don't. I just have to pick up the phone and get to work on it immediately. I can't pay full attention, make decisions, come up with ideas, and note everything down at the same time. I started using a recording app. I'd put everything on speakerphone, turn on the recorder, and create these long audio files so I knew it had all saved. These audio files just built up on my phone until I'd flick through them for 10 minutes and then give up and just delete everything. When I saw Pocket, my first reaction was, why do I need it? I could record with my phone. But then I remembered, wait, that's actually what annoys me. I don't want to use my phone, and I never listen to these recordings or do anything with them anyway. At first, I really thought Pocket was just this tiny recorder that MagSafe attached to your phone, like a tiny dictaphone a journalist would use. And I thought that was just kind of neat, but I didn't realize that this wasn't even the main benefit. It is a recorder. It's got great mics and its own battery that lasts days, and it just records whatever you're doing at the touch of a button. You can even switch it to record calls without being on speaker. It's always attached to the back of my phone. It's so thin, I'm just used to having it there all the time now. Whenever I start a call or meeting, I just hit the button and it starts recording. No need to open my phone or open an app, just tap and go. It works without any network coverage, just like a self-contained recording device should. Instead of just building up this backlog of useless call recordings, Pocket turns them into something incredibly useful. When you open up the app after the call, Pocket creates a full transcript of everything that was said. Then it integrates with AI language models to give you a highly detailed summary of everything you discuss. Every great idea is pulled out and you get action items, so it's not just an idea, it is a next step ready for you to take. You get buttons to set follow-up meetings and calendar events, and you're prompted to get more context, more research, and everything else you need to turn every decision into actual results. In fact, half of the time, I don't even use it for calls. I just talk into it to work out what I need to do and how I'm going to do it. The Pocket AI isn't thinking for me, it's turning my thoughts into structure and into action so they have real-world value. The more I use it, the more I understand why Pocket can't just be an app. It would never work this well because it would distract and undermine the work I was doing with my phone. And on top of that, sometimes I don't even want the distraction of a phone with all the notifications pinging, messages buzzing, calls ringing. And so in these cases, Pocket lets me disconnect completely, either for a face-to-face meeting or just a brainstorm for myself. And I never miss a thing because Pocket captures, transcribes, and organizes everything for me. My phone stays off or in another room, and I get full laser focus on what I'm doing without all the extra work that would come from writing it up afterwards, thanks to Pocket. If this thing was a $129 a month subscription, it'd be an absolute bargain because it pays for itself every single day. But the fact that it's just a $129 one-off payment is ridiculous value for something so well made, so useful, and so reliable. I literally use it all day, every day, and not just for work. If you just use it for calls and meetings, it's amazing. Can't think of any industry where it wouldn't help and add a lot of value. It's pretty simple, no nonsense, which is why I think it works so well. There's a link below to their site so you can try it. I really wouldn't be surprised if this becomes as common as a phone case or a pair of wireless earbuds. That's just how useful I think this is. It just makes any phone better, and it works on its own if you want to escape your phone and just focus too. Check it out.